Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be reacting to One Piece episodes 123 and 124. Last time we got to see Luffy have a rematch with Crocodile, and it seemed like he had figured out the weakness. Unfortunately, Crocodile seems to be able to bypass it a bit, and it's just not just enough to be able to put like you have to get up close and be able to put the water on there to harden the sand, but it doesn't seem to be enough. So at the very end of the episode, it's looking like Luffy's losing. Like he said, Luffy loses again. So hopefully Luffy's going to be able to figure something out that'll work on top of that, because I think he's getting close to being able to defeat Crocodile, but it seems to be that he needs more than just what he was doing. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to see uncut reactions, early releases, and let's go ahead and start. All right. Yeah, he, got back immediately that fast. Oh, man. Just like what was happening at the end of last episode. Looks like a skeleton. That time seems to be going extremely slow. God damn, like a paperweight there. The water, he just needs a little, well, a huge splash will help for sure, but it's like an instant revive. Yeah. Oh. Temple. Was that a catfish? You would think some groups of people would be, wouldn't know as much as some other people. Oh, because she's useful for him. Isn't that kind of messed up though, not being told this whole time what you're protecting it? Like, you just protect it for no reason? She looks really excited. Yeah. Pretty much got destroyed off screen. Yeah. Well, she's trying to stop you, and if it's an order, she's gonna keep, trying. You gotta admire that she's really still moving at this point. I mean, look at everybody else. Oh, okay, wrong person to run into them. Holy shit, that's bad luck. You see how much he cares about really anything around him, even though technically he was supposed to be working with them. The fuck? I mean, that's a pretty good impression. Sometimes you have to go inside the mind to figure out what they would think. Chopper's, nose would work there, but if he doesn't know what he's looking for, then probably not. So they're all just kind of lost. What can you do at this point, though? I mean, Crocodile walked away. And it's not going to benefit her or any of them at all by attacking Luffy, who could actually help in this type of circumstance. That's a good idea right there. You know you can't do anything in this moment, so that's the correct decision. Even though I'm sure it's really hard for her to do that. Ooh. Damn. Be put in a spot like that, it's... Of course you're gonna be mad at everything when you can't do anything. Sometimes meat is not the answer. Now is not the time for a nap at all. Oh man, I get how they're all feeling, but especially her. I understand why that would anger her to that point where she cannot do anything. Her entire group is defeated, and then on top of it, you see somebody like Crocodile who has been playing both sides and just kind of doesn't even see her as a threat and walks away, just says something, you know, one of his asshole lines, and then walks away. And then you have to hear us laugh. I think that's enough to really anger anybody. So I understand how she's feeling there. I'm just glad that she had, she did enough where she could tell Luffy where it is, but I'm sure that made her even more upset to have to do that because you are relying on somebody that you were supposed to capture. That's who they went to that area in the first place to find. So it's understandable how she's feeling. How can you read that? At least the time is going insanely slow. And watching this, it's going slow. That looks like it would be tough. Sometimes you have to go through the history to find things, though. You never want to, like, half-ass anything. It's better to learn all the information. Well, that's what he was wanting, right? Oh, of course. This is what he wanted her for, huh? Now that she's not useful? This is so Crocodile. This is so him. Just using the person enough to get what he wants. And this was more of a, you know, a long game type thing. They were working together for so long. You look angry. You oh. Oh. No. Holy shit. Wow. You literally was with her for 4 years. She did everything for you. Yeah, it's Crocodile. He's a piece of shit. He's literally using the entire organization. He's using everybody. But this is the one person I would think he wouldn't do this to. He wouldn't actually... I don't know, until this moment, then it started to, make sense that especially once she mentioned that was her job, was to, and she's the one that told him about this, then it made sense. Oh no, she's she's gonna be disposable. That means once he gets his information, then he's gonna get rid of her. But this fast, and I don't know. I think it's just a bunch of bullshit, because it seems like she helped him so much. Like, was that really the only use he had for her? Was just to decipher that? That's insane. We've seen people get stabbed though, so I'm trying not to assume that she's dead. Ooh. He must have thought of that as well. That's good thinking. She keeps tripping over the ground. I think this is the most we've ever seen her trip. When has she tripped? There's so much wordplay. So that would be a good spot for it to be. Some of them seemed a bit lost. Yeah, straight up lost. Not even able to figure out where they're going. Well, as long as he has his priorities straight, it'll click in a second. That's the spot to go to. Well, that will protect the country. God, she is bleeding out. And Luffy's going in when it's... Oh man, that's a bad time to go in there, but... Oh wow, a lot of bad things all at once. Though I like where King Cobra's head was there to be able to trap, the two threats. Nico Robin is not a threat there at all, but let's be real. You really... I don't know. I feel like... I want to say... Oh God, I hate assuming. That's the thing. Like, she looks pretty fucking dead there, but we've seen some people take knives. I mean, we see Zoro seem to bleed out every few episodes and he doesn't die. So I want to assume, and maybe it's more of a hope, because I was really starting to like her character more. I think I like a lot of these characters, but she doesn't seem... She's obviously, Crocodile and hers relationship was not as strong as I originally thought. I thought they were a lot closer. Like originally when they were introduced and they were like talking in there, I thought they were a lot closer than him just using her to decipher, something like that. But it ends up being more so, him just using her like he was using everybody else. And, I mean, she even had, she must have really not trusted him, because she even had those protections in place. She knew his weakness. She had the water there ready. And that also doubled down on the water. If he gets wet, you can stab him and hurt him that way. So that was kind of a double confirmation on being able to hurt. We've seen him get hurt by Luffy with the water, but that seems to be more deadly. Was that combination, because she was like prepared for it, I guess. Maybe she expected him to completely just want to kill her immediately after she did it. Yeah, and you're running straight into it. Now everybody just needs to go, to the spot. Yeah, that 4 minutes is going very, very slowly. God damn, she can remember that far back. And all these fools. Literally unlimited amounts of these guys. They just keep appearing. They seem to be closer. Why does Zoro seem to be further out than he started? That's the worst. I have to say that's probably in the top 5 worst sounds, is scratching a chalkboard. God. While you're underneath. It's good timing. But now they're both gonna have to fight in the rubble. Oh, see, I was gonna say, like, everyone that gets stabbed and stuff. I didn't want to make the assumption. So I'm kind of happy she's not dead. The country, which is... I mean, he did really take it already, even though he hadn't physically taken it. God. This is where he showed that it needs to be everybody. And she ended up, you know, being persuaded here and learning from it. He has his foot. Actually, how did he do that? He weakened right now, or did Luffy figure something out? Ooh. What? It works the same way? Yeah. Of course. Wait. A lot of people could have fought him like that if it was just blood. Or you could use blood the same way. Well, yeah, he keeps coming back and attacking you. I would just kind of expect it from somebody like him if he's losing. And we've seen people like this, they'll fight dirty. Third time's the charm. If you don't win the first time, try the second time. If you don't win the second time, hopefully the third time. But I guess a few things from that. The blood thing. I'm trying to kind of process this. You guys can explain it more so in the comments if you'd like. I'm gonna try to say this without sounding insanely dumb. So I feel this is what I'm getting from this. I want to say because blood is it's either one of two things. It's either because it's a liquid in general, but I'm leaning more towards when you're made out of water, blood is coming out of you, which is probably infused, you know, has water running through it. So blood would work, you know, bloody water, blood would work the same way. That's my assumption, because there's got to be some type of water in it because you're made, you know, a certain percentage of water. I would assume that. Now, if I'm wrong, you guys can scream at me in the comments. That's perfectly fine. I feel like that's what I'm getting from this. Though I will say I've been up all night and it is 5:30 in the morning, and I just wanted to make sure I got this stuff out for you guys. So I just correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I am delusionally tired. So yeah, definitely correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like this is definitely has to do with something like that. But I will say, how he figured that out, I would like to know. I wonder if he just figured that out from, because I'm trying to think if it was presented in his last fight. Did it show him like noticing it? Because I didn't catch it if he did. Because I don't know how else he caught that. It must have been from his very last fight for him to either know that, or he just punched hoping he would hit him, and it ended up being, you know, the blood. But he said the blood, so he knew. So I'm guessing he must have got it from that second fight. You fight somebody like enough, you're gonna figure out. I think you start to figure out their weaknesses. It's like the wrong time to attack him. He went the opposite direction. Though they probably could use Zoro here. Okay, good timing. Was that? No, oh, it wasn't Zoro. Okay. She was able to get up with everybody else. I'm glad she was able to get up. She had commands to be able to make her own judgment here. I think she made the right judgment call there, though. Yeah, just keep running. Looking at the wounded or what's happening around you isn't going to help. You got to make sure you are kept in the moment. And, okay. Now you can be reunited. Now you just need Zoro. Oh, man. Wait, in the... Oh, in the clock tower. That is a interesting place to put it, though. He would be the best bet to be able to get to it fast. If he can at least know, you know, get told where. A froggy gun? Ribbit gun? He just does not have good luck. Stabbed, hands through the body, or shot in the air. This makes this hard to fight even more so because of random rocks falling down. Though you can use it as a strategy as well, if you wanted to. Though I don't think that type of strategy would be on Luffy's mind. More of direct hits. God. That is a lot of poison really fast out of there. You would think that would be a time to attack. Something falls like that with all the dust, you know, going everywhere before it clears. Maybe if you can just take that hook away from him. Luffy's keeping up now. He's ahead of the game. Wait, what the hell? Zoro got there even faster. And they're both, oh my god. Less talking, more smashing. This would be a good case to have Luffy to be able to gum up there. Gotta be a faster. Yeah. Oh god. So somewhat like Shakespeare and Frog Girl. What kind of Father's Day would you have a fucking frog suit on unless it's some creepy Father's Day? You would think those guys are a bit weaker than the other ones they've faced. I mean, faced 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, a bunch of the ones that I would think would be higher in line, but they have the advantage of being that high up there. And they're all below. But it seemed like Nami had a strategy to be able to get up there. The easiest one, whenever I think they need to go to a distance, all I think about is Luffy, you know, gumming up there. It makes it so simple. But the times when they actually need to go distance and high, Luffy is not there. So, you know, he's too busy fighting Crocodile. Now, when Crocodile and them were fighting, I saw him, you know, he had the hook. He's got the poison on the hook. He did hit Luffy a few times, but it didn't, like, at least to me, it didn't seem, because the poison needs to go through, because Luffy has open wounds. So the poison is able to get in through open wounds, right? It didn't seem to me that the poison got in, or at least through the animation, it seemed like it didn't imply that the poison went in. But even if it did, the way Luffy acted, he said, you don't know anything. Does that mean, like, he would be fine? Does he feel like he would be fine with poison, or is that just more him being able to, him being Luffy and not worrying about something, the small things are just not to worry about. Because, obviously Luffy's not going to stop fighting because he's poisoned. So even if he was, he's not going to slow down unless his body literally just, stops moving. But from what I could tell, I didn't think he actually got poisoned, but I guess he had to have. It had to have gone through, because why else would Crocodile say that, because like I said, we saw him get slashed, but just from the animation, I didn't think it went through. But he has so many open wounds, it would make sense if it did. It looks like also in the beginning there, it looks like Nico Robin survived because she's at least moving, or at least for now, because she got stabbed and she's bleeding out, but she was still moving. I don't know. It's one of those things where we've seen Luffy, we've seen Zoro, we've seen so many people get these wounds you would think they would die instantly from, and I'm just getting used to them being able to stand up. Even earlier we saw, not earlier, but like few episodes ago, we saw one of I can't remember the guy's name, but the bird guy, he got stabbed through the arm, and I thought, or the arm through his body. And there's a few times where I keep thinking someone's getting KO'd and they're not. So I feel that she had at least a chance. That's why it's harder to feel like somebody is going to be KO'd. And the thing is, I will say, when I did feel like I didn't want her to be KO'd, more so because she was so fast to pull out that knife in water. And that makes me think, and even the way he was reacting to her, that she wasn't maybe completely I mean, she was helping him, and they had, you know, they've been together for 4 years, but she helped Luffy. She seems to be not, you know, it didn't seem like she was 100% for Crocodile, because there's no way she would have helped Luffy if she was. So that's why I was like, when she got stabbed, I actually was hoping that it wouldn't be, you know, a fatal thing, but she needs help because she's bleeding out. You know, King Cobra is hurt, but he's not bleeding out. He's not like, you know, dying or anything there. He seems to be just hurt, so he can't really move. But yeah, Crocodile finally feels threatened. The other fights, he didn't, with the exception of the second fight a little bit, once the water weakness was, he felt a bit threatened, but now he's really on guard. You can tell like how his demeanor changed. He's not doing a stupid laugh. He's really on edge. And I think he's just not used to having a threat for a fight. And somebody figuring out what can hurt him. The blood thing, I could tell, threw him off completely. Because he's actually, you know, taking punches and you know, he's getting hurt. So it's nice to see him get cornered like this. I really like to see that. But it was nice action-packed episodes. It's Crocodile being Crocodile, Luffy being Luffy, but and then both of those episodes, Vivi and all of them, Zoro getting lost, and Vivi and Usopp, Nami, and all of them just running to find that cannon for 2 episodes. But now it looks like they're now going to have to do something, because, you know, part of the organization, you know, Mr. Seven and them are up there and ready to attack. So I wonder what's going to happen at this point. It's just been getting better and better. I love that all that time we were working to get to, you know, to confront Crocodile is finally paying off, and we've had back to back amazing fights. And now we're seeing Luffy fight Crocodile just over and over again, but now it's seeming more equal. It started just one-sided with the first fight. Now it's feeling more so. It was like second fight felt more equal a little bit. Now it's leaning more towards Luffy, and it's great. It's like this build up that's amazing. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Oh man, I'm gonna be watching another 2 right after this. I was a little behind on these episodes. For you guys here on YouTube, or even on Patreon, I was about a day behind, and I wanted to make sure I got these out. But man, I forget how easy it is when you're tired to kind of like your mind not to be 100%. So I found myself double focusing and triple focusing. I might even have to rewatch some of these parts, but these episodes weren't super. I feel like I didn't miss too much. It felt pretty good. And these episodes are just enjoyable. So it's really easy to watch, but man, oh God, being up this early, late, whatever you want to call it, is interesting. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to see uncut reactions and early releases. I'd really appreciate that. I also have a Twitch, twitch.tv/ajrich for streams. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.